Tech billionaire Slater King invites cocktail waitress Frida to a dream vacation on his private island. As bizarre events unfold, Frida begins to question her reality.
Everybody say, making memories! Making memories!
Let the movie begin. The movie begins with a woman named Frida scrolling through her phone and eventually coming across billionaire tech mogul Slater King, who recently stepped down from the CEO's position after his unspecified, regretful behavior. In an interview, he reveals that he has bought an island where he lives a quiet life without the internet while regretting his past decisions. Frida works as a cocktail waitress, and just as she reaches work, her manager tells her to be as invisible as possible, smile politely, and not talk to any of the guests. She stares at Slater King fondly through the window as he gives a speech, and her friend and fellow waitress Jess tells her to be careful or she might sprain her neck. Frida and Jess dress up and act like they're part of an after-party, but Frida accidentally walks into a waiter and falls. Slater comes to help her up, introduces her to most of his friends, and they party together for the entire night. Eventually, Slater's assistant Stacy asks him to hurry as they must head to the island, and Slater invites both the girls to come with them. Along with the female guests, reality TV star Sarah, aspiring app developer Camilla, and lawyer Heather, Slater's friends and business colleagues. Photographer Vic, private chef Cody, DJ Tom, and graduate Lucas are also there. Upon reaching the island, Stacy confiscates everyone's phone and the women are given luxurious rooms, where Frida finds a few perfumes in her room, and suddenly, a maid comes in and recognizes Frida as the Red Rabbit. As they all party, Sarah offers Slater King coconut milk, but Frida starts choking and Slater goes to ask if she's okay, annoying Sarah. They all have dinner and Frida accidentally stains her white dress. However, after a night of doing heavy illegal thing, when she gets into her bed she realizes that the stain is gone. But as they are having so much fun, she pays no mind to it. A few days go by, in the same manner of spending the entire day by the pool, having a luxurious dinner, and then partying with hallucinating things. One night, Slater asks Frida to try his vape, and she chokes because of the intense flavoring and wonders if it's strawberry. He affirms her assumptions and praises her nails, causing Frida to expect something romantic to happen between them. But Slater goes to bed saying he has a therapy session in the morning. The next morning, as Frida wakes up, she notices that Slater has left his vape with her, and she goes to find him in his room. Not seeing him inside, she smokes a few puffs, but quickly returns it to him. She notices that his therapist, Rich, received a red gift bag and wonders if the therapist remembers her from the party, but Rich seems confused. Later, Frida asks Slater when they will leave for home and he tells her that they can leave whenever she wants. She claims that it's not a fair answer, but he changes the topic by asking her if she is enjoying the vacation. At night, everyone is drinking and partying when suddenly Jess screams, saying that a snake has bitten her. Slater quickly kills the snake, but Jess freaks out, asking them to take her to the hospital. However, the people are calm, saying that there are neither any hospitals here nor does she need to go to one, as Slater claims that the snake is not venomous, and that she will be fine in a little while. Jess sits with Frida and tells her she wants her phone and wants to go home. She further elaborates that all the staff here have extremely fake smiles that scare her. She mentions that something is wrong here, but Frida tells her to cut the drama as she is enjoying her life for the first time. She explains that she enjoys luxurious food, rich treatment, and the fact that she's not invisible to Slater. She begs Jess to not ruin the vacation for her, and Jess tells her to not worry. Jess stares at the moon as her nose bleeds. The next morning, Frida wakes up fresh, takes a walk in the forest, and comes across a red gift bag on the ground. She finds a room and goes inside to see it filled with such gift bags. Suddenly, a worker comes there and tricks Frida into drinking snake venom, which causes Frida to freak out and quickly rushes back. Later, she wakes up with a nosebleed, vomits, and then thinks of an odd dream, but is unable to recall it. At breakfast, she observes that everyone seems to be forgetting things about themselves. Heather can't recall when she trimmed her bangs, and Tom is puzzled by the drawings on his face, unable to remember how they got there. The girls inform the boys that they're having a girls' day, and Frida notices Jess is absent. When she asks about Jess, the other girls claim they don't remember anyone named Jess ever being with them. Alarmed, Frida hurries to her room but finds it empty. In a panic, she starts hitting herself and accidentally strikes the mirror, causing a knife to drop from behind it. Just then, there's a knock on the door and Sarah appears, holding a lighter with Jess's name on it. Frida explains to Sarah that Jess had sensed something was amiss in this place, but Sarah brushes it off, insisting that if there had been another person, everyone would remember. However, Sarah confides that she's been feeling strange, noting unexplained bruises that others attribute to falling. Yet as a champion of 8 survival show seasons, she insists she's never fallen. Sarah also reveals she doesn't recognize anyone here, and like Frida and Jess, was invited for a vacation. Together, they realize they were naive to trust strangers, and conclude that their memories are somehow being erased. Frida takes Sarah to the room filled with red gift bags, and explains that each of them has a perfume bottle that might be affecting their memories. Sarah suggests informing the FBI, but Frida tells her that they need to have evidence, or they would be considered crazy. Sarah wonders why Frida remembers Jess, but Sarah doesn't. And Frida reveals that Jess knew this place wasn't right when she got bit by a snake, and Frida got back a few of her memories after she drank snake venom. Sarah takes a sip, and decides to feed it under the disguise of tequila to the other 2 girls, Camilla and Heather. After drinking and making Stacy drink some venom too, Frida goes into Salter's office to steal back her phone, and tells Sarah to shout as soon as the boys get back from fishing. Frida finds the phones, but there is no service in this area. Sarah screams, notifying Frida that the boys are here, and she quickly hides all the photographs of different people having the same red gift bag. She then hides under Slater's desk and gets dizzy till she remembers all the memories. She remembers her and the girls getting intimately assaulted by the men who then killed Jess for getting bitten by the snake and remembering everything. Frida goes to Sarah, and they both pretend to have big smiles while Frida informs Sarah about Jess's murder. She even remembers that Rich, Slater's therapist, abused her and is shaken back to reality, where it is almost abuse time as the dessert has been served. Camilla discusses how much she loves them all, and how this trip has been very enjoyable for her. Slater asks Sarah to share her thoughts, and she says that one thing she has learned from this trip is that women should support each other rather than compete, because only a woman can understand the pain of another woman. She adds that she wants to start a program that teaches women to survive because the world is a dangerous place, and they can be in a situation where no matter how much they scream, no one will save them. After the discussion, they start to dance, and in the middle of dancing, Camilla goes to get some water and has a nosebleed that signifies her gaining back all her memories. The horrifying memories cause Camilla to stab Tom in the neck and kill him. Slater tackles Camilla, and on the other side, Heather badly injures Vic, but Heather is shot by Slater's bodyguard named Stan. Meanwhile, Sarah stabs the hand of another man. Frida is chased by Stan, and she hides deep in the forest, but accidentally makes a sound getting caught. Just as Stan is about to shoot her, Sarah appears from behind and hits Stan in the head with a rock, killing him. The guys retreat to Slater's cabin and he murders Camilla there while the rest look for medical aid. Meanwhile, some pictures from earlier fall from Frida's clothes, and before she can make anything out of it, Stacy shows up and attacks Frida. Stacy tells Frida that these men will do whatever they want anyway, so she should have never interfered and realized that forgetting is a gift. Frida, having no other option, stabs Stacy. Slater sends Cody to go find the girls, and Sarah, having found Stan's gun, shoots him. In the villa, Lucas asks what he has done wrong, and Slater says he is at fault for not doing anything. He watched the girls suffer and mocks Lucas for choosing to be inactively complicit in the abuse. Meanwhile, Frida reveals a picture of herself to Sarah, telling her that she has been here before, but her memories were erased. Frida and Sarah decide to finally go to Vila, and Slater makes Lucas open the door, who Sarah quickly shoots. She tries to shoot Slater next, but the gun runs out of bullets, and Slater locks the door with Frida inside. Frida uses any object nearby to hit him, and manages to land a few blows, but eventually is overpowered by Slater. She remembers a glimpse from when she was here last time, and Slater had pushed her on the floor, causing her head to hit a rock and leave a scar. He tells her that the last time she was here she bit off Vic's pinky finger. He tells Frida that she was fierce last year, but now she has surpassed that level and wreaked havoc. He tells her that the two of them could have a better reality now, as well as forgetting is easier than forgiveness. To prove his point, he repeatedly apologizes, but he is well aware that she will never be able to forgive him. Frida tries to say something, but Sarah loads her gun and tries to shoot the door open. Slater runs after her and chases her off into the forest, before dragging her back into the room and putting a knife on her neck. Before he can kill her, he takes a puff from his vape and suddenly forgets why he was killing Sarah. He becomes delusional and starts worrying about why everyone around him is dead. Frida reveals that she applied that perfume to his vape so he would forget everything. He falls in panic, and that causes a few candles to fall on Polaroids, causing them to catch fire and set the entire villa on fire. A while later, Rich, who assaulted Frida, meets a confused Slater. In addition to being CEO and now married to Slater, Frida drugs his vape with the flower to maintain compliance and manipulate him by removing his memories. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.